रोगातुर रोगातुराणामभयप्रदायिन्दाक्षिण्यवार्धेऽभिषगीशमूर्ते कल्याणराशेः कमलापते त्वं धन्वन्तरे पाहि हरे मुरारे. Namaste everyone. Welcome to the second day of our HoraAyurveda course. Yesterday, we dealt with the inner tattva of HoraAyurveda, explored the meaning of Hora, and covered many other fascinating topics. Today, we will be diving deep into a new topic, Panchanga, exploring its importance and all the details surrounding it. Now, I welcome Jyotisha Vaidya, Dr. Tejas Bharadwaj, sir. Over to you, sir.
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। गणञ्जयो गणपतिर्हेरम्भो धरणीधरः महागणपतिर्लक्षप्रदः क्षिप्रप्रसादनः अमोघसिद्धिरमितो मन्तश्चिन्तामणिर्निधिः सुमङ्गलो बीजमाशा पूरको वरदः शिवः काश्यपो नन्दनो वाचा सिद्धो ढुण्डिविनायकः मौदकैरेभिरत्रैकाविंशत्या नामभिः पुमान् यस्तौति मद्गतमनामदाराधनतत्परः स्तुतो नाम्नां सहस्रेण तेनाहं नात्र संशयः। नमो नमः सुरवरपूजिताङ्घ्रये नमो नमो निरुपममङ्गलात्मने नमो नमो विपुलपदैकसिद्धये नमो नमः करिकलभाननायते। लवस्त्रुडिक्कलाकाष्ठा निमेषस्तत्परः क्षणः घटीमुहूर्तं प्रहरो दिवानक्तमहर्निशम् पक्षो मासोऽयनं वर्षं युगं कल्पो महालयः राशिस्ताराधितिर्योगो वारः करणमंशकम् लग्नं होराकालचक्रं मेरो सप्तर्षयो ध्रुवः राहुर्मन्दकविर्जीवो बुधो भौमश्शशीरविः कालसृष्टिस्थितिर्विश्वं स्थावरं जङ्गमं च यत् श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। श्री आयुर्वेदाय नमः। श्री सभाय नमः। Namaste to one and all. Today in this course of HoraAyurveda, in the second day, we are dealing with a great topic by name Panchanga. Yesterday, we have saw the importance of Hora. What do you mean by Hora Ayurveda? Its inner meaning and how the Western culture has great influenced by the name Hora and also from the concept of Jyotishya. Today, one of the basic concept of Jyotishya is Panchanga. Why on this second day we are dealing with Panchanga? Again, Shastra says, one who knows about Panchanga, one who hears about the Panchanga Shravana has a great benefits. So what are those benefits? What do you mean by Panchanga? How is it relevant in knowing about the Vedanga by name Jyotishya? That and all concepts we are dealing with basics and also in great in-depth knowledge. So coming to the next slide. So what do you mean by Panchanga? Yes, Panchanga means Tithi, Vara, Karana. So these are the yesterday's concepts. Okay. So before going, as told before, we have to do Namaskara to Parashara Maharshi and also to Vedamata Gayatri Devi. So offering our salutations to Parashara Maharshi and Gayatri Devi, we will be continuing with today's concept of HoraAyurveda. Yes, this is the concept of Panchanga. So, what do you mean by Panchanga? Pancha means 5. Anga means components. So, the 5 components which are very much required to understand the Vedanga, that is Jyotishya, is known as Panchanga. So, what are those Panchangas? Then, Shastra says Nakshatra, Karana, Yoga, Vara, and Tithi. These are the 5 Panchangas. So one has to remember that these Panchangas or the 5 components which are the basic requirements to understand Vedanga Jyotishya, are nothing but Sakshat Sri Mahavishnu, and due to this reason only it's been told. Next slide. तिथिर्विष्णुः तथा वारो नक्षत्रं विष्णुरेव च योगश्च करणं चैव सर्वं विष्णुमयं जगत्. So whenever you hear the tithi or vara or nakshatra and yoga and karana, you have to remember the Paramatma Swarupa, that is Sri Mahavishnu. That's because this Vishnu only manifested into 5 components or Panchanga, and due to this reason only everything, that is Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, Yoga and Karana, are considered as Vishnu. So learning Jyotishya, gaining the knowledge of Jyotishya is nothing but you are dealing with, you are studying, you are being the part of to receive the anugraha of Sri Mahavishnu Paramatma. So with this basic understanding that the Jyotishya is Sakshat Sri Mahavishnu and also Jyotishya is Sakshat Paramatma, will be entering into Panchanga. Yes. So whenever we study the concept of Panchanga, whenever we deal with Panchanga, there is a Palashruti that is said in Shastra, that is तितेश्च श्रियमाप्नोति वारादायुष्यवर्धनम् नक्षत्रात् हरते पापं योगात् रोगनिवारणं करणात् कार्यसिद्धिः स्यात् पञ्चाङ्गफलमुत्तमम्. The meaning of this shloka is, see, everyone knows that Panchanga is the one of the book or grantha which will be done puja on Yugadi or Samvatsara, new beginning. That's it. But it is the Wikipedia, it is the source of everything, that is Lagna, Hora, Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, Karana, Yoga, etc. Whatever you know, whatever you want to get to know, then Panchanga Grantha is the basic concept or basic Grantha which is used by a Jyotishya or Jyoisa. So, what are those Panchangas? Yes, see, Ayurveda Shastra also says, Brahmi Muhurte Uttishtet Sasto Rakshartam Ayushaha Sharira Chintyam Nivartya Kruta Shaucham Vidhistata. That is in the context of Dinacharya. Whenever we wake up from the bed, the first thing that we have to remember is these Panchangas. Whenever we get up from the sleep, immediately after arising from the bed, in the bed itself, we have to remember the 5 components, that is Panchanga. See, today is Tithi. So, which is this Tithi? Today is Ekadashi. Am I right? See, today we saw that Panchanga is Vishnumaya Jagat, and today is Ekadashi, which is Vishnu Prityartha Tithi. So, we are dealing with the Panchanga, which is Vishnumaya Priti, and also on Vishnumaya Tithi, Priti Vasara, that is Ekadashi Tithi. So all this says that we are so punyavantas that we gain the knowledge of Panchanga and also Jyotishya through this HoraAyurveda. So we should thank the HoraAyurveda for giving us so much punya. So continuing with the Panchangas, Tithi. So by remembering which Tithi is today, then Shriyam apnoti. Shriya means Sampada or Dhana Kanaka Vastu Vahana is known as Shriya. So hence we have to remember the Tithi. So today is Ekadashi Tithi. So by remembering Ekadashi Tithi, then one is blessed with Shriyam. Second one is Varad Ayushya Vardhanam. By remembering the Vara, so today is Bhoma Vasara or Mangala Vasara or Kuja Vasara. So by remembering today is Kujavasara or Mangalavasara or Bhomavasara, then one's Ayushya gets Vardhana, that is his longevity increases. This is the second Palashruti of Panchanga remembering or Panchanga Shravana. Third one is Nakshatrat Harade Papam. By remembering the Nakshatra of today's, then the Papa which has been done by us in the previous time gets Harana or Samhara. And today is which nakshatra? It is the Kritika nakshatra. And similarly, Yogat Roga Nivaranam. Today, yoga is Dhruti Yoga. So, by remembering the yoga, then one gets Nivarana from Roga, that is diseases. Karanat Karya Siddhi Syat. Karana. So today is Balava Karana. So by remembering the Karana, then one's Karya, that is activities, work gets accomplished. He sees success in every work. So this is the Palashruti. That's the reason Panchanga Palamuttamam. So everything. So as a human being, the first activity after getting up from the bed or after getting up from the sleep is to remember the Panchangas. So by remembering the Panchangas, these are the Palashruti that has been told in the Jyotishya Shastra. And from today onwards, so you have gained the knowledge of Panchanga. So from tomorrow onwards, you have to inculcate in your daily routine. So this is the benefit. This is called as Anushtana of the kind knowledge. So that's because anything we do should be done with prior knowledge. And as Shri Krishna Paramatma in Bhagavad Gita only says, Gnatva kurvi ita karmani. That is, we have to know before whatever we do activities. So you got the concept of importance of Panchanga, and also other Shastra Pramana to say the importance of Panchanga is as follows. Next slide. Yes. And another shloka saying the Yanavaham Ripuharam Duswapna Ganga Snana Vishesha Punya Phaladam Godana Tulyam Drunam Ayurvriddhidam Uttamam Shubhakaram Santana Sampatpradam Nana Karma Susadhanam Samuchitam Panchangam Akarnyatam is the shloka. That is, by remembering this Panchanga, Shri Kalyana Vaham, Shri, that is Mahalakshmi Anugraha, Kalyana, auspiciousness, Ripuharam, that is Shatrunashana, Duswapna Doshapaham, the bad dreams, the bad shakunas or bad omens gets Nivarana, and Ganga Snana Vishesha Punya Phaladam. One, if does a Ganga Sthana, whatever punya gets, then by remembering the Panchanga, Ganga Sthana Phala or Punya Phala will be accomplished. See, so much importance has been given to Panchanga Phala. So on this today, Vishesha Pradosha Kala Ekadashi, we have done the Namasmarana of Panchanga and also the Panchanga Phala Shravana. So the benefit that has been given to us is Ganga Snana Phala, as it is told. Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Gita, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita, Sakradapi Ena Murari Samarcha, Kriyate Tasya Yemenana Charcha, Ganga Gangeti Yobruya, Yojananam Shetairapi, Muchate Sarva Papebhyaha, Vishnu Lokam Sagachati. So, Ganga Snana Punya Phala has been given for us on this today auspicious Ekadashi Tithi due to Panchanga Palashravana, that too at Pradosha Kala. So this is the importance of Panchanga Shravana. And also it says Godana Tulya Nunam. Whatever punya has been given to us by doing Godana, that Godana Punya Pala will be acquired or given blessed to us by remembering or doing the Panchanga Pala Shravana. So these are the great emphases that has been given to Panchangas in the Shastra. So it's our Adya Kartavya, it's our prime importance to know in detail about the Panchangas. So with that basic introduction and great inspiration to gain the knowledge about Panchangas, now we delve in detail about each Angas of Panchanga. In that, the first one is the Tithi. So what do you mean by Tithi? Yes, there are total 15 Tithis. And also one Tithi is Avyakta Tithi, and thus it is told as a Shodasha Tithi. So among that, this is the concept that has to be known to understand what do you mean by Tithi, what are the names of Tithi. So it is, the Tithi is considered as on the basis of Chandra Deva or Chandra Graha. So it starts from Shukla Paksha and ends with Krishna Paksha. What do you mean by Shukla Paksha? Shukla Paksha is the waxing moon. That is, in each Tithi, the Chandra Kala gets increased. And that's the reason the first day, you can observe in the slide, okay, it is a single line which will be present in the Chandra. This is known as Pratipada. And the second one is known as the increased size of the moon can be observed in the second picture of the Chandra. And this is known as Dvitiya Tithi. And Tritiya, similarly, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami, Ekadasha, Dwadasha, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi, and Amavasya. So this is about the or Purnima. So this is about Shukla Paksha. And Krishna Paksha is the reverse order. There will be decreasing. This is known as waning phase of the moon. So in each tithi, the Chandra Kala gets decreased or diminished by one Kala Amsha. And this is Krishna. So thus a 50 and the Shorasha, that is 16th one is Avyakta. It is not seen through these naked eyes, but it is Sakshat Laita Mahatripura Sundari which does this waxing and waning. So according to the Paramartha Artha, there are Shorasha Kalas, but according to Jyotisha Shastra and for calculation, it has been considered into 15 tithis. So for each tithi of Chandra, there is a Devata, and that Devata Smarana is also very much important. This Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha 15-15 constitutes 30 tithis, and this 30 tithis is only considered as one Masa. So this is the basic level of understanding of what do you mean by Masa. These 12 Masas or Dwadasha Masas constitutes one Samvatsara. This is, I guess everyone knows, okay? But the next concept that we deal with Tithi is very important. For each Tithi, there is a Adidevata. So remembering that Adidevata on that respective Tithi leads to the success of everything activities that can take place in your life. So the Adidevatas are namely, this one is the each 15 Tithis. This is the Adidevatas that is mentioned in Sri Vidya. The first one concept is on for Pratipat, it is the Kameshwari Devi. So like this, the Devis, which are the Adidevatas for each city is told in Laita Sahasranamantargata Sri Vidya, and also for each tithi, that is for Pratipat, Agni is the Adidevata has been told in Varaha Purana. So now it's our kartavya to remember the and gain the knowledge of Adidevatas for each tithi. This is a very important role in Jyotisha Shastra. That's because if a person is born in Pratipata, then he has to remember daily Kameshwari Devi and also Agni Deva, so that if Pratipata Tithi Janita doshas are present in his Jataka Kundali, by the remembrance of this Kameshwari and Agni Deva, his Jataka doshas get Nivarana. This is one aspect. And second aspect is, if see, everyone will be exposed to these 15 tithis daily. Okay, for example, today is Ekadashi. So on this Ekadashi, who is the Adidevata? Neela Pataka Devi is the Adidevata. So remembering this Neela Pataka Devi bestows auspiciousness, that is Shubha Shakunas for him, and also remembering the Kamadeva, that is Manmatha on this Ekadashi. For this Ekadashi, it is a Dharmaraja or Yama Dharmaraja. So remembering that Dharmaraja on this Ekadashi again bestows auspiciousness. So this is the implication and the applicability of tithis. So for in that regards, I am giving a great explanation of Tithi and its Devatas. So for Pratipat, it is the Kameshwari Devi, and according to Varaha Purana, it is the Agni Deva. For Dvitiya, it is Bhagamalini, and according to Varaha Purana, it is the Ashwini Kumaras, that is Nasatya and Dasra. For Tritiya, it is the Nitya Klinna, and according to Varaha Purana, it is Gauri. For Chaturthi, it is Bherunda, and according to Varaha Purana, it is the Ganapati. So for Panchami, it is Vatnivasini. Vatni means Agni. So Agnivasini or Vatnivasini is the Devi that has to be remembered on Panchami. And Naga is the Devatas that has to be remembered according to Varaha Purana. And according to Shashti, for Shashti Tithi, it is the Mahavajreshwari Devi and Skandadeva. Saptami, Shivaduti and Surya. For Ashtami Tithi, it is Twarita Devi and Sadyojata. For Navami, it is Kulasundari and Durga Devi. For Dashami Tithi, it is the Nitya Devi and Adishesha. For Ekadashi, it is the Neela Pataka or Dharmaraja. For Dwadashi, it is the Vijaya Devi and Sakshat Sri Mahavishnu or Hari. For Trayodashi Tithi, it is Sarvamangala. and Kamadeva. For Chaturdashi, it is Jwalamalini Devi and Kali Devi. And for Purnima, it is for Purnima and Amavasya. For both, it is Chitra Devi is the Adidevata. And for Purnima, it is Chandradeva. And for Amavasya, it is the Pitru Devatas according to Varaha Purana. So, on the respective tithis, if one remembers these Adi Devatas of that tithi, then that tithi will be Atyanta Shubhakara. This is the applicability and our Kartavya to remember those tithi so that the Kala will be Anukulata and the Pratikulatas which are present on that respective tithis will be then Nivarana. So, this is a very important topic. So, everyone has to make note of it. And also gaining this knowledge of Tithi Devatas is very important. We have to do Aradhana of every Tithi Devatas on every day. If, remembering 15 Devatas, is it difficult? No. So, we have to do, remember, we have to do Smarana of all these Tithi Devatas. And by doing that Aradhana of these Tithi Devatas, then all the Drushti doshas get Nivarana. This is not according to me. It is according to Ayurveda Samhita by name Kashyapa Samhita. There is a shloka saying Titi Nakshatra Devacha Grantave Kshitajan Gadan. See, in Ayurveda, Kashyapa Samhita is clearly mentioned that to get Nivarana from Drushti doshas, no Graha Drushti, Papagraha Drushti, and also Shatru Drushti. If it is present, definitely we will be exposed to Shatrus, we will be exposed to bad character people. So they may afflict through their Papa Drushtis. So we will be afflicted. But if we do remember this Tithi Devatas, if we do Archana of these Tithi Devatas, then the Dushti doshas get Nivarana and the Dushti dosha doesn't afflict him. So this is the concept of Tithi Devatas and which is a very important Prathama Anga of Panchanga. So after completing this Tithi, now we will move on to Vara. So everyone knows that Vara or Vasara is of 7 times. That is Bhanu Vasara, Hindu Vasara, Kuja Vasara, Soumya Vasara or Buddha Vasara, Brihaspati Vasara or Guru Vasara, Shukra Vasara and Sthira Vasara or Shani Vasara. So these are the 7 Vasaras. Yesterday only we saw how this Vasaras has been occurred. That is, if at the time of Suryodaya, Surya Aura is present, then it is known as Surya Vasara or Bhanu Vasara. If at the time of Suryodaya, Hindu Aura is present or Soma Aura is present, then it is considered as Hindu Vasara. Similarly, if at the time of Suryodaya, Shani Aura is present, it is known as Shani Vasara. And how to calculate and all was dealt in depth in the yesterday's session. Now, what do you mean by Bhanuvasara? See, again, we have to once again remember the Western culture has grabbed so many concepts from us only. The previous slide, if you observe, previous slide, see, everyone knows Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but how was that name derived? Bhanu is nothing but sun in English. Okay, so that Aditya Vasara or Bhanu Vasara or Ravi Vasara is only termed as Sunday, and Hindu, that is Chandra or Soma, is nothing but moon according to Western, and hence that's the reason it's known as Moon Day or Monday. Similarly, all Asthira or Shani is nothing but Saturn according to Western, and that is known as Saturday. So when we observe again, yesterday we saw Hora and horoscope. Western has nomenclature based upon our Jyotishya Shastra. This is the importance of our Sanatana Dharma and Jyotishya, which is a Vedanga. So doing namaskar to all the 7 Nijagrahas, that is Surya, Chandra, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra and Shani, and also for Chaya Grahas, Rahu and Ketu, will move further. Again, we saw for 15 tithis, there is one on Adi Devatas. Okay, so remembering them is very auspiciousness. We saw the reference also from Kashyapa Samhita. Now, for each Vasara, also there is a Adi Devata. So, remembering them or doing puja of that Devatas on that day bestows atyanta shubha, and that graha doshas will be then nivarana. So in that regard, for Bhanuvasara, Agni is the Adhidevata. For Induvasara, Jala is the Adhidevata. Jala is nothing but Ganga or Gauri or Varuna Deva is the Adhidevata. So we can do Ganga Devi Puja or Varuna Puja on Induvasara. That's because Indu is nothing but Chandra. So this Somo Jaladi Devatam is the reference from Sushrita Samhita. So Soma is the Adhidevata for Jala Tattva, and that's the reason we have to do Aradhana of Jala in Somavasara or Varuna Deva. Next on Kujavasara, today is Kujavasara or Mangalavasara or Bhaumavasara. No. So today we have to do Bhumi Aradhana. That is, we are living in Bhumi. If we want a site, if we want a property, then doing Kujavasara, that is on Kujavasara, doing Bhumi Puja by saying Mangale, Mangaladhare, Mangalye, Mangalaprade, Mangalartham, Mangaleshe, Mangalam Dehi Me Bhave, Jaye Jaye, Jaladhare, Jalashile, Jalaprade, Yagnasukra Jaye Tvam, Jayam Dehi, Jayavahe, Samudravasane Devi, Parvatastanamandale. Like this, there are many shlokas regarding Bhumi Devi in Srimad Devi Bhagavata Mahapurana. So doing that Bhumi Puja on this Bhumi Vasara, that is Bhoma Vasara. Bhoma means is the son of Bhumi, and that's the reason he is known as Kshiti Putra. So doing the Bhumi Puja on Bhoma Vasara, that is Mangalavara, bestows Bhudevi Anugraha, and we will be blessed with sites, properties, buildings, etc. So we have to do that Bhumi Aradhana on Kujavasara. So this is the another Palashruti of Adidevatas, how to implicate in respective Vasaras. And similarly, Somya Vasara. Somya is another name for Buddha, and that's the reason Buddhavara or Buddhavasara is also for that Buddhavasara. Hari or Shri Mahavishnu is the Adidevata. So doing Shri Mahavishnu Aradhana on Buddhavasara bestows Saksha Shriman Narayana Paripurna Anugraha. And Bruhaspati Vasara, we have to do Aradhana of Indra, so that leadership quality will be acquired. On Shukravasara, Indrani, that is Lakshmi Devi Aradhana has to be done, so that Bhoga Sampat will be acquired. And on Sthiravasara, Brahma Aradhana has to be done. That's because for Sthira or Shanivasara, Brahma is the Adhidevata. So like this, on each Vasara, each Deva Aradhana, Devata Aradhana has to be done, so that great accomplishments in our lives, and also that Vasara doshas can be done Nivarana. So this is the practical applicability of Vara and Adhidevata. Now we'll enter the concept of yoga. Yes. So how many yogas are present? Now will not be dealing in detail about yogas. We'll be dealing in the further classes about yoga. That's because to understand this 27 yogas, one has to know about Dwadasha Rasis and 27 nakshatras, how to divide each nakshatra into 4 padas. So many important concepts has to be known before understanding this yoga. But at this basic level of understanding today's concept of Panchanga, now we will know what are the 27 yogas, today which yoga is present, and for each yoga, who and all are the Adidevatas. That one we will just make a note of it and we'll complete. Okay. And in further course, in this further episodes, we'll be dealing in depth of yoga. And one has to remember, you have heard about Gajakesari Yoga, Raja Yoga, Nidra Yoga, Sannyasa Yoga. So many yogas are present. No, we are not dealing with that yogas. That yogas will be dealt in the next month of this HoraAyurveda, which is a great in-depth knowledge. Okay, but these are the 27 yogas which will be present in the daily routine lives. Okay, so that yogas are the 27 in number, and the names of the 27 yogas are: the first one is known as Vishkambha Yoga. Second one is the Preeti Yoga, Ayushman, Saubhagya, Shobhana, Atiganda, Sukarma, Dhruni, Kola. These are the first 9 yogas. Similarly, 9. So, 9 27 yogas will be present. And for these 9 yogas, The 9 Adidevatas are Vishwe Devatas. Everyone knows, no? Vishwe Devatas mean they are the Adidevatas of Pitrus. Okay, so Pitru Devatas are the Adidevata for Vishkambha Yoga. Marut is nothing. See, so many Devatas are present. Many of you may be the first persons to hear, are the Vishwe Devatas, are there Marut Devatas, are there Dharma Devatas, and also Titi Devatas. If you have seen Nitya Klina, Bherunda, in our lifetime only, you have not heard about those Devatas. See, so much is the ocean of knowledge in our Sanatana Dharma. So, knowing that Sanatana Dharma is our Adhya Kartavya, and in that regard, to know about our Sanatana Dharma, this Ayurveda Ayatanam is making a great progress. Okay, so do learn with Shraddha and also with Bhakti. So for Vishkamba, it is the Vishwe Devatas who are the Adi Devatas of Pitru Devatas. For Preeti Yoga, it is the Marut or Vayu Deva. For Ayushman, it is the Dharma Devata. This Dharma is nothing but Yama Dharma Raja. For Saubhagya, it is Durga Devi. For Shobhana, it is the Prithvi Devi, that is Bhu Devi. For Adhiganda Yoga, it is the Aditi Devi. This Aditi is the mother of all Devatas, and hence she is known as Deva Mata. And the progeny of this Aditi is only the Aditya, that is Surya. And for Sukarma, Surya is the Adhidevata. For Dhruti, Ragni. So who is this Ragni? Ragni is known as Surya Patni. She is the wife of Surya Deva. And this Ragni is the Adhidevata for Dhruti Yoga. And for Shula, it is the Indra Deva, is the Adhidevata. Okay, yeah. Next. See, today is the Dhruti Yoga. As mentioned before, today is Dhruti Yoga. So for Dhruti Yoga, who is the Adhidevata? Ragni is the Adhidevata. So we have to do Namaskara to Ragni, that is Surya Patni, so that she will bestow Shubha for us. So the 10th Yoga is the Ganda. All these are the names of yoga. Okay, so listening, doing Shravana of this yogas only is Mahapunyakari, and that's the reason I am making the Patana of this yoga, so that you can hear, you can do Shravana, and later what is this yoga, how to calculate, how to know which yoga will be present today, will be dealt in further courses. That's because it requires the concept of Dwadasha Rashis and all. As it is not yet known for you, we'll be looking into Dwadasha Rashis in tomorrow or day after tomorrow, and later we'll be continuing with yogas in further context. Okay, so the 10th yoga is the Ganda, and for this Ganda yoga, it is the Maruta Devata. For Vruddhi yoga, it is Maruta Deva, that is Vayu Deva only. For Dhruva yoga, it is Pragni. So who is this Pragni Devi? Pragni is Pandita Patni, that is Brahma Patni, that is Saraswati Devi. So for Dhruva Yoga, Saraswati or Pragni is the Adhidevata. For Vyaghata, it is Agni Deva. For Harshana Yoga, Hari or Saksha Shri Mahavishnu is the Adhidevata. For Vajra Yoga, it is Indra is the Adhidevata. For Siddhi Yoga, it is Hiranya. So whenever Siddhi Yoga is present, if we begin activity, then all accomplishments can be occurred. So it Pakka, there will be Siddhi only. So there are Shubha yogas and Ashubha yogas. If we do Ganda, if we do Prarambha in Ganda, Ati Ganda yogas, then there will be many Vignas. Okay, so like this, for each yoga there is a many Palashrutis. So to know these yogas also is very important. For example, I am telling, okay, as the concept of Siddhi yoga came, I gave an example. Next, Vitipada. So for Vitipada, it is again Vishwe Devatas, who are nothing but Pitru Devatas are the Adi Devata. For Variyana, Vayu is the Adi Devata. Okay, so we completed the next 9 yogas, and the last set of yoga, that is the last set again contains 9 yogas, and that one are for Parikha yoga, Pavamana Soma. So Pavamana means Vayu and Soma means Chandra. Okay, so Vayu and Soma both are Adhidevata for Parikha Yoga. For Shiva, it is Prithvi is the Adhidevata. For Siddhi, it is Indra. For Sadhya, Vishwe Devatas. For Shubha, it is Marut Yoga. For Shukla Yoga, it is the Indra. For Brahma Yoga, it is Brahma Devata. For Aindra Yoga, it is Indra again. And Vaidruti Yoga, Agni is the Adhidevata. So these are the 27 yogas. So whenever we want to know about this yoga, then we will be very much very interesting concept of this yoga. That's because in Sanskrita, yoga means yujyate anena iti yogaha. The combination of two things is known as yoga. Okay. So as many of you will be interested to know what is yoga, oh, these are the 27 names, these are the 27 adhidevatas. I'll give a just introduction. Okay. So yoga means combination of two entities. So in this yoga, what is the combination means? The Surya and Chandra Tattva combination is known as yoga. So Surya will be present in some Rashi and Chandra will be present at some Rashi. So he will be present at some angle or degree. This Chandra will also be present at some degree. So combination gives to presence of some degree, and in that degree and or in that some Rashi, this yoga will be present, and that yoga is known as Shubha, Shukla, Brahma, Indra, etc. So based upon this yoga, each tithi will be present. So doing some activities in some that particular yoga bestows karya siddhi for that activity. So which yoga is good for which activity is the next concept that we'll be looking in further classes. Okay, this is about the concept of yoga. So doing namaskara to all the Saptavimshati, that is 27 yogas. Now we'll move further into the concept of Karana. Okay. So how many Karanas are present? There are 11 Karanas. So there are 15 Tithis, there are 7 Varas, there are 27 yogas. Now the concept of Karana, there are 11 Karanas. Okay. So what are those Karanas? Yes, the Karanas are, again, it is of 11. The first one is the Bhava, and for this Bhava is the Balavakarana. It is known, and for this Balavakarana, Vamadeva is the Adhidevata. For Kaulavakarana, Aghora is the Adhidevata. For Taitila Karana, Tatpurusha is the Adhidevata. For Garaja Karana, Ishana is the Adhidevata. For Vanika, it is the Shiva. For Bhadrakarana, Parvati Pati is the Adhidevata. For Shakuni Karana, it is Virupaksha is the Adhidevata. For Chatushpata Karana, Nilakantha. For Nagavan, Umapati. And for Kimstughna, Shuli is the Adhidevata. So when you observe the Adhidevatas, it is full of Shiva Tattva only. Sadyojata, Vamadeva, Agora, Tatpurusha, Ishana. All these are Karana. So, what do you mean by Karana? As told before, the yoga and Karana will be in depth dealt in the further episodes. That's because all these requires full of mathematical calculations, and the applicability of this yoga and Karana is more towards the life activities. Okay. As now it is the basic understanding of Panchangas. Now we'll be dealing with how many numbers are there and what is yoga and what is Karana and who are the Adhidevatas. So only with this purview, with these limitations, now we are studying about yoga, Karana, all the Panchangas. In depth, we'll be looking in the further classes. Okay. But again, the basic level of understanding of Karana is in a masa. See how many days are present? 30 days are present in a masa. Okay. 30 tithis will be present. Yeah, next slide. So when we observe the 30 tithis in a masa, okay, so but the karanas are only 11 in number. Am I right? Yes. But how these 11 karanas gets pervasive in all the 30 days of a masa? Then in a masa there are 60 karanas. Okay, that's because these 11 karanas are divided into two types. The first one is, next slide. Yeah. See, the 11 Karanas are divided into two types. The first one is the Chara Karana and second one is the Sthira Karana. Chara means movable. It gets repeated. And Sthira Karana, Sthira means non-movable. It will be present or it occurs only one time. So the 7 are the Chara Karanas and the 4 are the Sthira Karanas. Bhava, Balava, Kaulava, Taitila, Garaja, Banika, Bhadra. All these 7 gets repeated in 30 days of a month. Okay, and that's the reason, though Karanas are 11 in number, it gets repeated in all the 30 days. That's the reason this 11 Karanas covers all the 30 days of a masa or a month, whereas Sthira Karanas occurs only once a month, and the 4 Sthira Karanasa, Shekuni, Chatushpat, Nagavan, and the Kimstugna. That is, the last four is known as Sthira Karanasa. Now, again, a concept comes, okay? Yeah, next slide. 60 Karanas in one Masa, 2 Karanas in one Tithi. See, today is Ekadashi. Am I right? Yes. In a one Tithi, there occurs two Karanas. That's because now we can say that one Karana is equal to half Tithi. Correct? That's because in one Tithi, today is Ekadashi. In this Ekadashi, there will be two Karanas. It should not be compulsory that half a day should be one karana and another half a day should be another karana. It may vary. Okay, for example, when you observe today is Ekadashi, Balava karana was present. From when means yesterday, that is July 1st, from it started at 9:33 p.m. and today is 2nd July. Am I right? So till 8:42 a.m. morning 8:42 a.m. Balava karana was present. Whereas Kaulava Karana immediately after 8:42, okay, the Kaula next Karana starts, and that is nothing but the Kaulava Karana. So it starts from 8:42 a.m. to today 7:55 p.m. So another 10 minutes is there. Now we are doing this session in which Karana means we are doing this current session of HoraAyurveda in Kaulava Karana. This Kaulava Karana is Atyanta Shrestha Karana of among all the 11 Karanas. Kaulava Karana is the super Karana according to Shastra. And this Balava Karana is present, no, for just for enthusiasm and for inspiration to know about this Karanas. If a person has taken birth in this Karana, then he will be more towards Adhyatma. He will be more towards inclined to gain the knowledge of Jyotishya, and he will be more towards gaining bhakti. He will be having more of bhakti, that is devotion towards God. He will be doing more of Tirtha Yatra, that is pilgrimages. So one can predict based upon which Karana this person has taken birth. Okay, so that Balava Karana plays a very important role in that aspects. And also in contrary, we can also say to do pilgrimages, to do Homa, Havana, etc. We have to do, or we have to do Arambha in considering Balava Karana. So whenever the Balava Karana is present, see till 8:42 a.m. Balava Karana was present. So at 8 a.m. we have to do Homa Havana. Then that Homa Havana will be Atyanta Shubhadayaka for him. See, so much depth is the knowledge of Panchanga, and that's the reason we have to know Panchangas. So as we are dealing with basic, we are knowing, oh, these are the 11, how many Karanas are there. If you don't know that only, we can't go in depth of Karanas. Am I right? And that's the reason first basic touch-up will be given. That is 11 Karanas. Among that, there are 2 Karanas, namely Chara Karana and Sthira Karanas. And in one Tithi, there occurs 2 times Karanas. That is 2 different Karanas. And each Karana is specific for each activity. So this is about the concept of Karana. And the last concept of Panchanga is the Nakshatra. Very important. So everyone knows each one will be of one Nakshatra. Am I right? So one will be Ashwini Nakshatra, another will be Hasta, Swati Nakshatra, Anuradha, Jeshta, Purvashada, Simha Rashi, that is Pushya Nakshatra, etc. So many nakshatras are there. That is Magha Nakshatra, Simha Rashi. So many vivid nakshatras, Purushas will be present. Okay. So how many nakshatras are present? Then 27 nakshatras are present. As told before only, remembering the nakshatra. Thus, nakshatrat harate papam. So one has to remember. Everyone should know the names of these 27 nakshatras in the tip of the tongue. Okay, so in that regard, the basic class is conducted today, and the 27 nakshatras are Ashwini, Bharini, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha, Magha, Purva Palguni, Uttara Palguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Vishaka, Anuradha, Jeshta, Mula, Purva Shara, Uttara Shara, Shavana, Dhanishta, Shadavisha, Purva Bhadra, Uttara Bhadra, and Revati. So these are the Saptavimshati nakshatras. And another reference of Jyotisha Shastra considers Abhijit. We have learned, many of you heard about Abhijit Lagna. Okay, so that Abhijit is also considered as one of the nakshatra in some of the Jyotisha granthas. and that's the reason Abhijit is considered as the 28th nakshatra. Okay, why it has been considered and why once a time it's not considered, yeah, it will be dealt in detail in the further classes. That's because nakshatra, when to use Abhijit as the nakshatra, there is a rules, certain rules, sets of rules. Okay, so all those will be considered, but as of now we have to know that there are 27 nakshatras, and there is an opinion stating that Abhijit is also a nakshatra, and hence it is considered as the 28th nakshatra. Okay, now another concept, we will be dealing with the basic concept of each nakshatra also. No, okay. In Yajurveda, there is Taittariya Samhita. Okay, in Yajurveda, there is a Taittariya Samhita. In the Taittariya Samhita, there is Nakshatra Sukta. And in that nakshatra, see, each nakshatra's mentioning and their ullekha can be traced back to the Veda period only. And in that regards, we have the reference of Nakshatra Sukta in Yajurveda Taittariya Samhita. In that regard, now we are gaining the knowledge, basic knowledge of each nakshatra, and for each nakshatra, who is the Adidevata. See, till now we have seen, no, for each Vasara, who is the Adidevata, for each Tithi, who is the Adidevata. Am I right? And now we'll be looking into for each nakshatra, who is the Adidevata. So everyone will be of one nakshatra Purusha. So remembering that Adidevata is very beneficial for you people. And in that regard, I am telling the Adidevata concept of nakshatras. So the first nakshatra is Ashwini nakshatra. The name itself says that Ashwini means Ashwino Deva Bhashajau. That is the Ayurveda Adhisthana Vrittipara Devatas, namely Nasatya and Dasra. These are the Adidevatas for Ashwini Nakshatra. The mantra for Ashwini Nakshatra, as told in Yajurveda, is Tad Ashwino Ashwijo Panitam. It starts like this. Okay. So next one is the Bharini Nakshatra. Okay. So for Bharani Nakshatra, it is the Yamadeva, or Yama is the Adhidevata for Bharini Nakshatra. Apapapanam Bharanir Bharanto Tad Yamo Raja Bhagavan Vichashtam Lokasya Raja Mahato Mahan He Sugamnah Pantham Abhayam Kronoto Yasmin Nakshatre Yamayeti Raja. When you observe this shloka or mantra, Yasmin Nakshatre Yamayeti Raja. Yama is the Raja or Adhidevata for this Ete Nakshatra, that is a Bharani Nakshatra. So to do Aradhana of Yama is also very important. In the further classes, I will be dealing with shlokas also. See, we have seen so many devatas, no? Agni, Ashwini devatas, Yamadeva. So what are the shlokas that we can recite? Everyone can recite, so that we can receive the blessings or anugraha of those devatas will be dealt in detail, which is present in Ayurveda only. That too, we have to remember Ayurveda Samhita by name Ashtanga Sangraha. Okay, so Vagbhatacharya has done the rachana of this Ashtanga Sangraha. There is a shloka for each devata also. So I will be teaching you that nakshatra, that devata shlokas also. It's very you can, but very powerful. Okay, saying this, continuing with the concept. Next concept is the next nakshatra is the, yeah, next slide. Kritika. Yeah, Kritika. For this Kritika nakshatra, Agni is the Adhidevata. Agnirnah Patu Kritikaha Nakshatram Devamindriyam Idamasa Vichakshanam Havirasam Johotana Yasya Bhantirashmayo Yasya Ketavaha Yasyema Vishwa Bhuvanani Sarva Sakritikabhiravisamvasanaha Agnirno Devas Savite Dadhatu is the mantra of Kritika. And that's the reason when you observe, if the nakshatra dosha is present, then prayashchitta will be told. Okay, and that is known as not as nakshatra homa. The when we do havir bhaga to in the form of homa by using these mantras, that is nakshatra sukta, it is known as nakshatra ishti. Nakshatra Ishti. Ishti means Yajna. Okay. So we have to do Parayana of this Nakshatra Sukta. We have to do Nakshatra Ishti. And we have reference in Charaka Samhita and Bhela Samhita also stating that if a person is suffering from Raja Ishma, that is loss of weight, and if he is suffering from many diseases, BP, sugar, backache, loose motions, etc., there will be so many problems, no? And that group of symptoms is known as a eczema. Okay, it is known as syndrome when not only one disease but a group of symptoms or group of diseases is present, then it is known as a Yakshma. So for that Purusha, then this Nakshatra Ishti has to be done. Then he will be relieved from the group of symptoms or group of diseases. This is the importance of Nakshatra Ishti and Nakshatra Sukta with respect to Jyotishya, Parihara or Prayashchitta. So you're getting know at the same time I am teaching you how to do practical applicability. So how to do benefit for us also and to preach for others also who are suffering from diseases or suffering from pain with the concept of mankind and compassion. Okay. So after the concept of Kritika is the Rohini Nakshatra. Okay. Yeah. For Rohini it is the Prajapati. This Prajapati is nothing but Brahma Deva is the Adhidevata. Okay. Yeah. Next concept. Now I will not be dealing with the mantras and all. It takes longer time. I will just mention the nakshatras and then adhidevatas. So for Mrugashira, Soma is nothing but Chandra. Chandra is the adhidevata. So see the Mrugashira nakshatra. Whenever Mrugashira nakshatra or Mrugashira nakshatra is present, we have to do cultivation of the plants. That's because the Soma is Oshadinam Patihi. Somo Oshadinam Patihi. Soma is the Adhidevata for Dravyas, that is plants, herbs, etc. So doing plantation on Mrugashira Nakshatra is very much beneficial. It doesn't get dried. It gives Pushpa, Pala and will be full of potency. So we have to do plantations on Soma, Adhidevata Nakshatra, that is Mrugashira Nakshatra. So again, these are the practical applicability when to do plantations and all. Okay, yeah. Next nakshatra is the Ardra Nakshatra. So Ardra Nakshatra is for Ardra Nakshatra, Rudra is the Adhidevata, and that's the reason whenever is Ardra Darshana. You heard about Ardra Darshana? Yeah, that is whenever there is Ardha Nakshatra, we have to do Darshana of Shiva. So going to Shiva temple on Ardha Nakshatra is very Punyadayaka. Okay, and that's the reason Ardha Darshana has been told in Shastra. That is on Ardha Nakshatra. Whenever Ardha Nakshatra is present, on whichever day Ardha Nakshatra is present, we have to do Sandarshan of Parameshwara. That's because for Ardha Nakshatra, Rudra is the Adhidevata. Okay, yeah. Next. Punarvasu Nakshatra. For this Punarvasu Nakshatra, Aditi is the Adhidevata. So this Aditi is nothing but Deva Mata, as told before only. Yes, yeah. For Pushya Nakshatra, Bruhaspati or Guru is the Adhidevata. So we have seen everyone who knows Ayurveda knows about Swarna Prashana also. Am I right? That is, we do administer the medicine to children on Pushya Nakshatra. So why Pushya Nakshatra? Why Swarna Prashana has been given on Pushya Nakshatra only? Means Guru is the Adhidevata for Pushya Nakshatra. And this Guru is what? Buddhi Karaka. So for children, they want Buddhi, Megha, Vidya. Am I right? That's because they are the future generation who will be very much knowledgeable. So the kartavya or the duty of the children is to gain knowledge. So for them to gain knowledge, their buddhi should be sthira. And that's the reason for that buddhi to be sthira, buddhi karaka is Guru, and that Guru is the Adhidevata of Pushya Nakshatra. And hence, due to this reason only, on Pushya Nakshatra, Swarna Prashana has been done. And due to this reason only, Kashyapa Samhita emphasizes to do Swarna Prashana on Pushya Nakshatra. We're getting no. So this is the implication, greatness of Jyotishya and Ayurveda, which we are seeing in HoraAyurveda. Yes, next nakshatra is Ashlesha Nakshatra. So for Ashlesha Nakshatra, Sarpa or Naga Devata are the Adhidevatas. So anyone who is having Kala Sarpa dosha, Naga dosha, then they have to do the Aradhana of Naga Devatas on Ashlesha Nakshatra. And hence you have heard a Pada by name Ashlesha Bali. In Kuke Subramanya, they will be doing the Ashlesha Bali. So that is that on the Ashlesha Nakshatra, they do Aradhana of Naga Devata or Subramanyeshwara by saying देवदेवस्य महतः पावकस्य जयस्सुतः गङ्गोमा कृत्तिकानां च सदे शर्म प्रेच्छतु नागदेवताभ्यो नमः इत्यादि stotras and mantras they will be doing. So very important whenever one is having Kalasarpa dosha or Sarpapida dosha, Ashlesha Nakshatra dosha, then they have to do Aradhana of Naga Devatas on Ashlesha Nakshatra, Titi Devata or Titi Dina. Okay, next is the Magha Nakshatra. So Magha Nakshatra, for this Magha Nakshatra, Pitru Devatas are the Adi Devatas, and that's the reason doing Aradhana of Pitru Devatas is very important. So one has to get nivarana that oh, my mother is present, my father is alive, so should I do Pitru Devata Aradhana? It's all different. Okay, one has to remember Pita, Papitamaha and Pitamaha. One has to remember the Pitru Devatas through Vishwe Devatas. In Garuda Purana only there is a shloka, Pitru Devata shloka. Okay, that in that Parashruti it's clearly mentioned. Everyone who is having mother, father, mata, pitruho, everyone has to do Aradhana of Pitru Devatas. It's one of the kartavya of every individual. Okay, and that Pitru Devatas, Pitru Devata, a great okay, but Pitru Devata, why I am speaking this is to gain knowledge that and to remove the uha pohas which are present. Oh, should we do Pitru? Many people consider that Pitru Devatas as Ashubha. Okay, it's not like that. Pitru Devatas are the Adi Devatas or Magha Nakshatra. Okay, so everyone has to do Aradhana of Pitru Devatas through Vishwe Devatas, and that's the reason Magha is the very important nakshatra for Pitru Devata Karyas. Yes, next. Purva Palguni is the next nakshatra, and for this Purva Palguni nakshatra, Aryama is the Adidevata. Aryama is nothing but a variety or a bheda of Surya Bhagavan. Only Aryaman is known as Aryaman also is known. Okay, yeah. For Purva Palguni, Aryama is the Adidevata. For Uttara Palguni, Bhaga is the Adidevata. And again, who is this Bhaga? He is also one of the variety of Surya Bhagavan. That's because Surya is of 12 types. Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Bhanu, Khaga, Pusha, Hiranyagarbha, Maricha, Aditya, Savitrarka, Bhaskarebhyo, Namaha, Dwadasha Adityan is known as Dwadasha Atman. Okay, so there are 12 types of Surya, and each variety of Surya is Adhidevata for each nakshatra. In that regards, for Purva Palguni it is the Aryama, and for Uttara Palguni it is the Bhaga Surya, is the Adhidevata. Next nakshatra is Hasta Nakshatra. For Hasta Nakshatra, Savita or Savitru or Surya Narayana is the Adhidevata. See, again, he is also one of the variety of Surya only, and that's the reason Hasta Nakshatra, on Hasta Nakshatra, doing the Aradhana of Surya Narayana is very, very important and very, very Punyadayaka. Okay, in Surya Atharvani Upanishad, in Atharvana Veda, there is a Surya Atharvani Upanishad. It clearly states that Asta Aditya Japati, Asta Aditya Japati. See, on Asta Nakshatra, that too on Aditya Vasara, when you do this japa of the Surya Upanishad, that is Namaste Aditya, Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvasi, Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi. Like this, there are so many mantras, okay, in Surya Atharvani Upanishad. So doing that Atharvani Upanishad Parayana or Hasta Nakshatra Dina or Aditya Vasara is very much beneficial. Sa Panchamaha that is, it gets nivarana from all types of Aradhana of Savitru, and then we have to do Namaskara to that Savitru. Namasavitre Jagadeka Chakshushe Jagat Prasuti Sthitinasha Hetave Traimayaya Trigunatmadharine Virinchinarayana Shankaratmane. Like these many shlokas are there. So this shloka is a very important shloka which I will be teaching in further classes. A very short shloka. Did you observe? Namasavitre Jagadeka Chakshushe, which is present in Aditya Hridaya beginning also. Like this we have to do Aradhana of Savitru Surya Narayana on Hasta Nakshatra. Next is the Chitta Nakshatra or Chitra Nakshatra. And for this Chitra Nakshatra, Tvashtra or Tvashta is the Adhidevata, who is nothing but Prajapati. Tvashtu Prajapati is there. The Tvashta Prajapati is the Adhidevata of Chitta Nakshatra. Okay, yeah. Next, Swati Nakshatra. which is a Maha Nakshatra. Okay, so for this Swati Nakshatra, Vayu Deva is the Adidevata. Vayu Nakshatram Abhet Nishtya. So did you observe the first mantra only? Vayu Nakshatram Abheti Nishthyam. That is, we have to do very bow, that is pranams to the Vayu Deva, that too on Swati Nakshatra. There is a Vayu Stuti which will be shared for you in the HoraAyurveda group, okay, which is from Brihad Dharmottara Purana, a very powerful Vayu Deva Stotra, okay. So when one does the Stuti or Aradhana of Vayu Deva on Swati Nakshatra or any time, will be blessed with the leadership qualities. That's the Aradhana Pala, which is mentioned by doing Aradhana of Swati Nakshatra and its Adidevata, that is Vayu Deva. So like this, for Swati Nakshatra, which is a Maha Nakshatra, Vayu is the Adidevata. Okay, yeah, next. Vishakha. So for Vishakha Nakshatra, it is the Indra Agni. So there are two devatas for Vishakha Nakshatra. One is Indra Deva and another one is the Agni Deva. Okay, so both are the Adi Devatas for Vishakha Nakshatra. So on doing the Aradhana of Indra and Agni on Vishakha Nakshatra, Graha, Bhuta, Pishacha, Preta, Bhayas gets Nivarana. This is the Palashruti which is told in Shastra. That is on Vishakha Nakshatra, one has to do Aradhana of Indra Deva and Agni Deva so that the bad evil spirits, okay, doshas gets Nivarana. Okay, yeah, next slide. Anuradha Nakshatra. Okay, so Anuradhan Avisha Vardhayantaha is the mantra. Okay, so for this Anuradha Nakshatra, Mitra. This again, Mitra is nothing but a variety of Surya only. So he is the Adhidevata for Anuradha Nakshatra. And for Jeshta Nakshatra, very important Nakshatra. Why? That's because this Masa is Jeshta Masa. Am I right? We are doing this HoraAyurveda in Jeshta Masa. Why this Masa is known as Jeshta Masa, you know? The Purnima Chandra will be present, will be in conjunction with Jeshta Masa, Jeshta Nakshatra. And due to this reason only, this Masa is known as Jeshta Masa. Similarly, Chaitra Masa. Why it is known as Chaitra Masa? The Purnima Chandra will be in conjunction with Chitra Nakshatra. And due to this reason only, that Masa is known as Chaitra Masa. You know Kartika Masa. Similarly, the Purnima Chandra of that Masa, when he is in conjunction with the Kritika Nakshatra, then that Masa is known as Kartika Masa. So you are getting to know how deep is our Sanatana Dharma. Like this, as we are doing the Aradhana of HoraAyurveda, gaining the knowledge of Jyotiksha and Ayurveda in Jeshta Masa, that is because that's the reason 11 days back was the Purnima. When you observe the sky, the Purnima Chandra was in conjunction with the Jeshta Nakshatra. I will also recommend the app in further classes so that you can directly see which and all nakshatras are present in the sky. Okay, so very important. So the Jeshta Nakshatra, the name itself indicates Jeshta means Jeshta Putra. You have heard Jeshta Putra, that is elder son. That similarly among all the nakshatras, the elder or the biggest nakshatra is the Jeshta Nakshatra. And that's the reason it's nomenclatured as Jeshta. And for this Jeshta Nakshatra, Indra is the Adhidevata. See, still 4 days are there. So in every day, as this Masa is Jeshta Masa, and for Jeshta Nakshatra, Indra is the Adhidevata, you have to do Aradhana of Indra Bhagavan. Okay, I will also share another stotra which is uploaded in our Ayurveda Aitanam YouTube channel of Indra Deva Shloka. So do Kantastha or do Shavana of that Indra Deva Stotra so that this Masa will be again very much beneficial. Okay, so like that, it is one of the important Nakshatra, Jeshta Nakshatra. And for that Jeshta Nakshatra, Indra is the Adhidevata. Indra Yanamaha. Or if anything is not possible, we can just say Shindra Yanamaha as the Stotra Parayana. Okay, yeah. Next nakshatra is the Mula Nakshatra. And for this Mula Nakshatra, Niruti is the Adhidevata. Mulam Prajam Viravatim Videya Ara Chetu Nirutir Paracha. See, Niruti. Niruti is the Adhidevata for Mula Nakshatra. You know who is Niruti? Niruti is the goddess of southwest direction, and that's the reason southwest direction is known as Nairutyatika. Nairutya, am I right? That the devata for southwest direction is known as Niruti, and this Niruti Devi is the Adi Devata for Mula Nakshatra. Okay, yeah. Next nakshatra. So doing Saraswati Devi Aradhana on Mula Nakshatra is very much beneficial, so that Buddhi, Vidya, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti gets increased in a percent. So that is the importance of Mula Nakshatra. So doing the Saraswati Devi Aradhana is very, very important. Next, coming to Purvashada, Jala or Ganga Devi is the Adi Devata for Purvashada Nakshatra. Okay, everyone has to do Aradhana of Ganga Devi on Purvashada Nakshatra. That's the reason, see, we were seeing the concept of Jeshta Masa. Okay, Dashapapahara Dashami was present. That is, Ganga Jayanti was present. That Ganga Jayanti is very important. We have to always say 12 names of Ganga Devi. Okay, see, Jala is the Adidevata for of Purvashada Nakshatra. How to do Aradhana of that Jala? Jala means Ganga, and that's the reason 12 names of Ganga is Nandini, Nalini, Sita, Malini cha Mahapaga, Vishnu Padabcha Sambhota, Ganga, Tripatagamini, Bhagirathi, Bhogavati, Jantnavi, Tridasheshwari. These are the Dwadasha Namas of Jala Devata, that is Ganga Devi. So doing Aradhana of Jala Ganga Devi on Purvashara Nakshatra is also very much important, so that all rogas get nivarana. And coming to Uttarashara Nakshatra, Vishwe Devatas are the Adidevatas. So who is this Vishwe Devatas? Vishwe Devatas are nothing but Pitru Devatas only. Okay, so for that Uttarashara Nakshatra we have to do Aradhana of Vishwe Devatas. Yes, next. Shravana Nakshatra. Okay, so after this Jeshta Masa, next is the Ashada, and later is the Shravana Masa. Okay, so the Purnima Chandra will be in conjunction with this Shravana Nakshatra. Okay, and for this Shravana Nakshatra or for this Shravana Nakshatra, Vishnu is the Adhidevata, and due to this season only in Shravana Masa we do Shravana Shanivara. You remember Shravana Shanivara? On Shanivasara, Vishnu is the deity which has to be done worshipped by. That's because for Shravana Nakshatra, Vishnu is the Adhidevata. So this is the logical explanations why one factors or festivals are so much famous and peculiar. So this is the concept or answers which can be procured through Jyotishya Shastra only. Our Sanatana Dharma has been laid down on the basis of Jyotisha. This is Pakka Siddhanta, and that's the reason it's told every Sanatana Dharma individual has to Prayatna Purvaka, he has to gain the knowledge of Jyotishya. This is the importance given in Bruhachataka Parijata. Okay, that a Sanatana Dharma, the Dvija or a Vaidya should gain the knowledge of Jyotishya. Okay, so for Shravana Nakshatra, Vishnu is the Adhidevata. And coming to Dhanishta Nakshatra, Ashtavasus are the Adhidevatas. So who is this Ashtavasus? Yeah, I will tell who is this Ashtavasus means. Ashtavasus are the Devagana, which contains 8 Devatas. Okay, who are those 8 Devatas? Means Ashtavasus are known as Agnischa Jata Vedascha, Sahoja Ajira Prabhu, Vaishwanaro Narya Pascha, Panktiradhascha Saptamaha, Visarpe Vashtamognina, Ete Ashto Vasavaha, Shita Niti. So did you observe? Ete Ashto Vasavaha. These are the 8 Ashtavasus. Where will these Ashtavasus present? Means they will be present in Bhumi. So Ashtavasus will be present in Bhumi. So the 8 Devata Ganas which are present in Bhumi are known as Ashtavasus. And these Ashtavasus are nothing but Agni, Jatavedasa, Sahoja, Ajira, Prabhu, Vaishwanara, Naryapascha, Panktiradha and Visarpa. These are the Ashtavasus. And due to this reason only, Bhumi is known as Vasundhara. You remember one of the name of Bhumi is Vasundhara. Why Vasundhara is told to Bhumi? Means Vasu Devatas are present in this Bhumi. And doing the Aradhana of that Ashtavasus on Dhanishta Nakshatra is very important. That's because Vasundhara is Dhanakaraka, Bhumikaraka. So hence, these are the remedies so that If you know this knowledge, no, you can do anushtanas of that devatas on this particular nakshatra and can get benefits. Okay. And for Shatabisha nakshatra, Varuna is the Adhidevata. Yes. Next. For Purva Bhadra, Ajay Ekapada. Who is this Ajay Ekapada? When you observe Ajay Ekapada, no, Trimurtis, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, three devatas will be present, okay, and they will be standing in one leg only, okay, and hence he is known as Ajay Ekapada. You can observe the picture also, okay. There is only one leg for this devata, and there is three devatas, that is Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. Both are present, okay. This is the concept of Ashtadevatas, okay. That is Ajay Ekapada, who is the Adhidevata of Purva Bhadra Nakshatra. Yes, next. Just a second. Yeah. For Uttara Bhadra Nakshatra, it is the Ahir Budhni, is the Adhidevata. So Ahir Budhni, Ahi means Sarpa, okay. So is a variety of Sri Mahavishnu only, and that's the reason you can observe the photo. You will be holding Shankha and Chakra, okay. So as he is the Adishesha Nivasi, and hence he is known as Ahir Budhni. So he is the Adhidevata of Uttara Bhadra Nakshatra. And coming to Revati Nakshatra, he is the Pusha. Again, Pusha is one of the variety of Surya Deva. So this Pusha is the Adhidevata of Revati Nakshatra. So this completes all the 27 nakshatras. Okay. So by saying this, we'll complete today's session. Okay. So and according to one of the Jyotisha Shastra Grantha, Abhijit is considered as 28th nakshatra. Am I right? Yes. And due to this reason only, Abhijit also having a mantra in तैत्तरीय संहित यजुर्वेदांतर्गत यस्मिन् ब्रह्माभ्यज्यन्ति सर्वमेतत् अमुञ्चलोकम् अतिमुच्च सर्वं तन्नो नक्षत्रम् अभिजित् विद्युत्या. Like this Abhijit. So Abhijit means there will be Chit, Jaya, no matter. So doing any activity in Abhijit Lagna or Abhijit Nakshatra, see this Abhijit Nakshatra will be present every day. This is the speciality of that Abhijit Nakshatra. Okay, I will be telling in detail. Okay, so this is about the concept of Panchangas which we saw today. Okay, so it took greater than 1 hour today. It is almost 1 hour 15 minutes. So we did a poster presentation also. So this is the photo which we only did, our Ayurveda Ayatanam. So all the 27 nakshatras are present, and their respective devatas also depicted. And for each nakshatra there is one vruksha, that is plants are dedicated. Okay, doing puja of that vruksha is directly doing the puja of that nakshatra only. That's because we can't do nakshatra puja. No, that is because nakshatra is very much high in the above in the sky. We can't offer pushpa or jala, abhisheka, etc. But that nakshatra tattva is present in vruksha, that is in trees or plants or shrubs. Okay, so doing that specific plant or tree vruksha puja, it is directly doing the puja of that nakshatra. So what are those nakshatras? Yeah, that also will be dealt in the further classes. Okay, but as of now we did the concept of nakshatras. No, so we thought of showcasing this poster presentation also. Okay, so like this I have done a Vashika Mahayagna, see, and that Samit has been poured into that Agni Homa Kunda. Okay, so this is the concept of Nakshatra Ishti. So like doing namaskar to all the Panchangas and the Saptavimshati Nakshatras. So this is a great Mahapradosha Kala, I can tell. That's because you have gained the knowledge of all the 27 nakshatras, 27 yogas, 11 karanas, saptavasaras, and Panchadasha, that is 15 tithis. Okay, so and I will start in the initial time of the class only. I have stated that hearing or gaining knowledge, Patitam Shravana of this Panchangas is equal to Godana Punya, is equal to Ganga Snana, and all the papas gets Nivarana. So considering and doing namaskara for the Paramatma for giving this great occasion and opportunity, we conclude today's session. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, Sarvam Shri Ayurveda Arpanamastu, Swasti. Any queries? Now you can discuss. Any queries?
No queries, Guruji. Another important session. Dhanyavad.
Yeah, good. Namaste. Yes, we'll be concluding today's session. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.